we have a white Black Panther before GTA 6. Marvel, what is going on?
Marvel just introduced a white Black Panther, and yeah, it's not a gimmick, it's canon. But
I heard you ask, is there a white Black Panther that exists in Marvel Comics? The simple answer is yes, and he goes by the name of Casper Cole.
So the internet was blowing up when it was announced that there was going to be another Black Panther, apparently a son of T'Challa. Now all I gotta say is, what took so long? Just kidding. No, but for real. The reason why people are erupting into human splinters is because it feels like a race swap. And as I've said before, I do not like this stupid pandering thing that a lot of these studios will do, where they will take already established characters, especially if they've been established on screen, and drastically change their phenotype, their ethnicity, what have you. It is not necessary. I understand if they're playing a different character within the same universe, and you can have different characters that are their own characters within the universe. I think Into the Spider-Verse or Miles Morales' version of Spider-Man did this very well because he felt like his own person, and he was another universe's version of Spider-Man. He's likable, has his own struggles, has his own world. So even if it initially started off as a pandering thing, it doesn't feel like that.
You feel me?
And the issue that a lot of people took is that they're always race swapping characters that, first of all, already have well-known on-screen representations, and they're always race swapping in one direction, which is you'll have a white character and they'll swap them out for a Black character. Jason Momoa and a few others are the very rare times when they'll just disregard doing it for a Black character. I don't really see them doing it for Hispanic, Latino people, or Asian people all that much. And the way that they do it is so freaking bizarre that regardless of what color your skin is, you're eventually gonna catch on that it's pretty weird and extremely cringe-inducing when they do this. Especially when Hollywood tries to tell you that they're being progressive and they care about representation, yet they will not use all the money that they have swindled people out of their pockets to create new characters with rich stories. They'll just be like, here you go, Black people. Take our all white scraps, just like them good old days, am I right? And I think everyone just got freaking sick of it, because the other thing too is that the white people are getting sick of it because they're like, okay, so now you're only gonna race swap the white characters, and so they have resentment because not only they're race swapping the white characters into Black characters, but then they have the Black characters talking down to the white characters, making the white characters weak, talking about white fragility and tears and all the white men are evil. The saying, song, and dance that has been toted and perpetuated through the media for years upon years until now it has come to a head. And what this really is freaking rage baiting, because they know darn well what they're doing and setting people up against each other. And all that happens is the poor Black people that take the roles of these characters, which I don't know why they would do that, but you know what? Money is money. Can't really blame all of them. But the studios know that these poor people are going to have targets on their back because they're going to think that the actors are okay with the message that the media has been telling people for many years. And it's that apparently it is a curse. If you're freaking white, freaking male, and there was something they had going around called pale and stale white male something another. You got even the white women coming out and being all like, freaking white men, check your privilege, check your whiteness. It always comes out freaking bizarre because everyone's looking at them, white and Black, and they're like, you are aware that you're one of them, right? But so people were having fun of it on the internet and being like, you know what? We'll know Disney is full of shit when they touch everything else but this one thing. So they just start having fun with it.
Always got something to be mad at. I see no good reason why an actor of any race can't play any historical figure. It's acting. Queen Charlotte, you got Queen Charlotte coming out from Shonda. Then the internet be internet Muhammad Ali, Snow White, Queen Elizabeth II. Y'all are so immature. Polar bear. Leave the animals out of this, please. Martin Luther King. What? The man who stood against the naked. Get out of here. Obama. Simone. Can he be snooped? Please. Rosa Parks. I ain't finna move. Netflix presents Black Panther. Under the sea.
Yeah. So full circle, here we are, because they're like, oh, why don't you put it both ways, though? It shouldn't be done anyway. There's a time for skin swapping, as I would call it. If you want characters to be diversified, nothing wrong with that. But dude, make it make sense. Don't take Superman and then make him freaking black. That doesn't make any sense because everyone can tell what it is. So we come around back to the Black Panther situation, and apparently this new character is white, or if he's T'Challa's son, he's biracial, technically. And yes, it is possible. I mean, could be a switched at birth situation, but it is not too far-fetched. And even if this is the person who he slept with, for two black people or even a white and black person to have white babies, the white skin, blue eyes, all of that are recessive traits, but it can happen when both of the parents carry those genes, and it mixes and matches, and it's not that common, but it is still possible. There are real people out here who are clear examples of this, and it might not be the norm, but yes, it is possible. So yeah, I could believe that T'Challa's son could come out as people call it, white presenting or whatever. I honestly hate that terminology so much. It's almost like that person is choosing to be, like, present that way. By the way, I never really noticed, but this dude has a crazy physique. Good lord. Like, look at him from the back. I don't know, I know a lot of actors have to take, goo, to get the physique that they have. And he looks natty to me, but who knows? Now, what's crazy, I know people are getting on about this and flying off the handle and saying, Ryan Gosling's gonna play him. First of all, relax. Don't really know much about this guy at all. And I think the writer might be trying to stir up controversy because it'll get people to read his book because they'll be curious and they'll be like, oh my God, something's weird in this land where nobody looks like this character. And now we're going to start some controversy, get people to read and get people to invest in the story to see where this is going. For the people laughing and saying, here's some of your own medicine. I mean, look, I get it, but I wouldn't be laughing so hard just yet. I don't know anything about the comics, but just if we're going off of what Screen Rant is saying, they claim T'Challa has been beaten, with Ketema, which is the name of this guy, his son or whoever, declaring himself the new ruler of Wakanda to the assembled priests and administration of the nation. And we go down a little bit more, and we see that this paragraph claims that the Black Panther story keeps many of its storylines and coming twists on Marvel canon close to its chest, but the story is built around this fight scene set 8 years before the world to come is apparently born. And it's abundantly clear that whatever else the story has to reveal, a tormented father-son relationship is in place. Ketema constantly berates and disrespects T'Challa, calling him an unworthy father and a liar. Having turned the country of Wakanda over to its people as a true democracy by this point, T'Challa suggests the highest-ranking priests have warped his son's beliefs, filling his head with lies. But I can't even say his name properly. Excuse me. Good lord. T'Challa, jeez. His push for a non-violent end to the challenge leaves him wide open for what turns into a beating from his son, as the fight is interspersed with flashbacks to the past, revealing T'Challa's romance and fathering of a child with black jazz singer and former Flame Monica Lynn, making it all the more shocking when the new Black Panther unmasks to have blonde hair and blue eyes. And he beats the shit out of his father. So they also say below here that blackness itself is inherently tied to the Black Panther franchise. Is it? Okay. The revelation that Ketema is acting villainously and is blonde-haired and blue-eyed means controversy is guaranteed. This dude could just be changing this guy to be white to make him a villain like what Hollywood's been doing for the last 10 years. So people were celebrating and be like, oh, yay, you guys are like race swapping, do you? Just be aware. Just be aware, all of you celebrating out there. You might not like where this is going. I'm not saying that's where it's going. I'm just saying that I wouldn't be quite surprised. I don't think it would be a good idea for them to do this considering the current climate. But hey, this dude wants to tell a story. I don't know why, if he's going to make it a villain, why it would require him to change the person white to do so. Maybe it's because it's different, right? T'Challa, everybody there looks the same, or I guess, and they want a little diversity, so they want another evil character. They don't want to make it another black dude or whatever, so they have a white son or a biracial person, because let's not forget, Ketema is biracial. Even though he looks white, he is technically half black, so just saying. All in all, is this a big deal? Not really. I mean, it's the comics, and they're telling the story in the comics. It's not like they're coming out with a movie and saying, hey, this new Black Panther, T'Challa, is now gonna be freaking white. That would be a gigantic FU, first of all, to Chadwick Boseman, and to all the fans, and to the franchise. Race swapping or skin color swapping is never okay, regardless which way it's spin. If a character is established as how the character looks, and it's been like that for years, and everyone knows T'Challa as looking like Chadwick Boseman or being a certain ethnicity, don't change the character. If Tobey Maguire is Peter Parker or Tom Holland, whatever it is, Peter Parker has always been white with brown hair. Don't change him to be blonde with blue eyes or Asian or black or whatever. Just leave the characters alone. However, clearly nobody had an issue when we have other universes or different versions of Spider-Man. So anyone that has an issue with this, judging from what I can see, I think we're fine. I think we should go back to making stories about actual stories where you can enrich the culture and be proud of the culture no matter what the skin color, and we don't necessarily need the characters to come out and berate other characters of a separate ethnicity.
All right, where am I?
Don't scare me like that, colonizer.
My name is Everett.
The people in the comments are crazy. She said colonizer with a soft A and not a hard R, so it isn't racist. This is like yelling at a German. Don't scare me like that, Nazi. It really is, though. What's up, my colonizer? So was it, imagine if this guy was actually Polish or Slovenian instead? That would be awful, right? And for all the people that were like, it's funny, it's just a joke. Okay, that's completely fair. As long as he could turn it back around on her and call her the appropriate parallel, especially considering that she lives in Wakanda. Anyway.
A colonizer in chains. Now I have seen everything.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I don't like this. I don't like when they race swap characters like Superman, Batman. I hate that. Yeah, there's original characters you can use. Yeah. Now this, it's just making me laugh.
Under the sea.